Time, I would say 8 to 10 minutes. Today, my speech topic is about bitter chocolates. I am going to tell you my personal story that changed the priorities in my life. I believe you will also, it will help you also to set your priorities right in your life. That's the reason I'm sharing this story. Being youngest in my family, I always had the opportunity to accompany my mother wherever she was going. Together, myself and my mother, we have attended so many festivals, parties, relative functions together. And you know what? In India, the best thing about any party is the food. You get lots of varieties of food. And in India, people serve food. In America, we have a buffet, right, where you go and pick the food. That's not the culture there. People serve food on your plate. I always used to sit next to my mom because whenever some sweet was shared on her plate, she would immediately pick the sweets and keep it my plate. So I always got the double the quantity of sweets. How awesome it was. So I never missed the opportunity to sit next to my mom. But over the period of time, I started to observe this strange behavior in my mom. Whenever some sweet was served to her, even though it was fantastic, she would immediately pick it and keep it in my plate. One day I told her, no, no, you have it. It's your sweet. She was like, no, 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 no. I don't like sweets. It tastes bitter. You have it. Then I had it. That time I found my mom did not like the sweets, so she was giving me those sweets. This continued for a few more years. I started to think, what could be the real reason why she was not liking the sweets? And then I realized some of the sweets were very hard in nature. You had to crush them, chew them, and then eat it. You need a strong teeth to do that. She did not have one. That was the reason my mom was always giving me the sweets. I was convinced. It did not stop there. Again, after a few more years, I was studying in my school. I got more education. I was studying about a disease called diabetes, where people are afraid of taking sweets or it can be harmful for your health if you have diabetes. I know one of my mom's friend was having diabetes. So she was psychologically having that fear of having sweets. So that's the reason she always gave me the sweets. That time I was more convinced she was taking care of her health. Years passed, many years gone. Now I have kids. One day when I was leaving from my office, one of my colleagues gave me some Halloween chocolates. I kept one of the chocolate in my shirt pocket. The moment I opened my home door, my 3-year-old daughter, she was rushing towards me and she jumped and hugged me and quickly he took that chocolate from my pocket. Immediately she ran back, thinking I would catch it back. Then I followed her. She was looking at me with suspicion. I was constantly looking at her. I did not know what to do. She slowly started to open the wrapper of the chocolate. She unwrapped all by her own. That was the first time she was unwrapping a chocolate. She looked at me with an amazement. Being a father, I looked at her as if she won a Olympic gold medal. Wow, that's amazing. Slowly she started to take the chocolate in her mouth. Each and every bite, she started to enjoy the chocolate. I was very sure when she was eating the chocolate, it was only her and her chocolate living in this entire universe. She was fully into the chocolate. Her lips were fully covered with the chocolates. She was doing like this. I loved it. Her fingers, it looked like they were fully dipped into a chocolate syrup. She was touching the walls, touching the desk, touching my pants. If someone else was doing that, I would have kicked him out of the home. But when those beautiful fingers were touching and making the mess, you lose all your powers. You look helpless. You just watch her doing and enjoying the chocolate from outside. That is the best thing a dad can do. But after that day, if anyone gave me a chocolate, I would first thing I would think, do I really need to eat it? Because when my daughter has so much of fun, so much of energy, so much of enjoyment with this small chocolate, why should I eat it and waste it? So I started to pack the chocolates for my kids. I was doing this for a while. And then one day my son asked, Dad, why are you not eating the chocolates? Have one. I said, no, 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 no. I don't like chocolates. They taste bitter. That is the time I realized why my mom was giving sweets to me. I thought she did not like it. She don't want it. I thought she don't need it. But actually, she chose to give me because I liked it, because I needed it, because she loved me. If someone voluntarily or selflessly helping you, we just take them for granted. We just worry about what we never had in life. But we disregard, we dismiss every small beautiful things we had in our life. How pathetic we are. There are lots of moms and dads out there whose entire life is revolving around their kids. But those kids never realize that. All they have is what I want, what I get. They just do some stupid comparison and dismiss all the sacrifice their parents are doing to them. How stupid we are. Those bitter chocolates I had in my hand showed the beauty of my mom. It exposed my ignorance. One of my friend was telling me, you know what? I have visited 5 countries. My father never visited outside my village. I scolded him. Your father never visited because he chose to educate you. Whatever he had, he was spending on you. Otherwise, he would have visited at least few states. Why should have he done that? So if you have visited 5 countries, you should have sent your father to 10 countries. That's the right way to live. And one of my other friends, he was like, my mom doesn't know anything. She was a housewife. Shut up. Hey, stupid. That's how he talks to his mom. He was a housewife because he chose to live with you. He chose to be with you. You know, before you hit the adulthood, someone should be always be available for you. The moment you become adult, you think everyone is waste. I'm on my own. What kind of education is that? That's what I decided. The bitter chocolates showed me how to set the priorities. My priorities changed from the day onwards. Now I connect to my mom more than before. Now I ask her more frequently, what do you want? What she likes? Where you want to go? I believe you will also revisit your priorities in life and start respecting your elders on top of anything else. You don't need to respect your boss, but definitely you should put your mom on top, mom and dad on your top. Are we doing that? It doesn't matter how old you are, how old they are. You are never going to get anyone again, like them again. So they are your treasure. Preserve them, help them, and don't take them for granted. Thank you, Toastmasters.
Thank you very much, Vasan. So, through speeches today, I think a similar theme of